Hello there, from Medic Echoes, we join every other persons globally in commemoration of the World Suicide Prevention Day. The World Suicide Prevention Day is commemorated on the 10th of every September. The theme for this year is working together to prevent suicide. Did you know that suicide is among the top 20 leading cause of death globally? And for people within the age of 15 to 19, suicide is the third leading cause of death. Suicide is a global phenomenon, but 79% of suicide are committed in low and middle income countries. Did you know that suicide causes about 800,000 deaths yearly? That means in every 40 seconds, one person dies of suicide. For every life that is lost to suicide, somebody's partner, somebody's child, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's relative has been lost to suicide.
For each suicide committed, approximately 135 people suffer intense grief or are otherwise affected. Now, this amounts to about 108 million people who are profoundly affected by suicidal behavior. Suicidal behavior includes suicide, but also encompasses suicidal ideation and suicidal attempts. Now, for every suicide committed, 25 people make suicidal attempts, and many more have serious suicidal thoughts.
Who is at risk of suicide? People with mental disorders such as depression and alcohol use disorders are more likely to commit suicide. Also, many suicides happen impulsively in moments of crisis and with a breakdown in the ability to handle life stresses such as financial problems, relationship breakup, chronic pain, or illness.
In addition, experiencing conflicts, disaster, violence, abuse, loss, or a sense of isolation is strongly associated with suicidal behavior. The rate of suicide is high among vulnerable groups who experience discrimination. And also, people who have attempted suicide before are at higher risk of committing suicide.
Suicides are preventable by collective efforts and care. Certain modalities aimed at combating suicide include limiting access to means of suicides like pesticides, firearms, and certain medications, and also ensuring that media reportings are responsible. Another means is school-based intervention programs, and also laws and policies should be enacted in order to reduce the harmful use of alcohol.
Other measures are early identification, treatment, and care of people with mental and substance use disorders, chronic pain, and acute emotional distress. Training of non-specialized health workers on the identification and management of suicidal behavior. Follow-up care for people who have attempted suicide, and also provision of community support.
Suicide is a complex issue, and therefore every effort at its prevention requires collaboration and coordination between multiple sectors such as the educational sector, the health sector, the political sector, the media, and every other sectors in order to achieve a reasonable result.
These efforts must be comprehensive and integrated, as no single approach alone can make an impact on an issue as complex as suicide.
Let us work together to prevent suicide.
Let us all work together to prevent suicide, because we cannot come and kill ourselves.
Let us work together to prevent suicide.